This is Brian Painter of the Oklahoma, and today I'm joined by Rick Smith of the National Weather Service Norman Forecast Office. Rick, thanks very much for joining us again today.
Good to be here, Brian.
Rick, if you would, please start off by talking about yesterday's weather patterns and weather system that set up what we ended up seeing with the tornadoes and the flooding conditions.
Well, we had quite a mess of storms that developed yesterday afternoon, started about mid-afternoon, and then kind of intensified as they moved east. And just as we kind of thought or feared, they came right into the Oklahoma City metro area around rush hour. So had lots of impacts. We had several tornadoes. We're still out counting those today and trying to get ratings and numbers and things like that. It may take a while to get to the bottom of all of that. And then the big deal became the flooding, with over 7 inches of rain reported in Oklahoma City and quite a bit of flooding, some dramatic images of cars submerged and all kinds of things like that happening. So we had just about everything you can imagine yesterday afternoon and evening.
It seemed like that system just kind of kept setting right on, one area right there.
Yeah, it did, and we kept having these repeated storms, or these rotating supercell storms moving up over the same area, and that's where we really got into trouble with the rain. Each of these storms that came up was dumping an inch or two or more of rain, and that just, after a while, that has nowhere to go. So fortunately, it doesn't sound like we had any fatalities due directly to the tornadoes or the flooding at this time, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that remains the case, but we're hoping people paid attention and did the right things.
That takes us right into today. What are we kind of looking at with today's forecast?
Well, for today, we're going to have more severe thunderstorms moving into affecting Oklahoma. Already have some severe thunderstorms here early afternoon, and we're expecting more through the afternoon. Severe thunderstorm watch will be in effect until about 9 o'clock tonight, and then we'll be looking for more storms potentially moving into the OKC metro area again, maybe by around rush hour. And we don't think they'll be quite as intense as they were yesterday with quite so many tornadoes, but we're going to be watching them closely. It's May, it's Oklahoma, and just about any severe thunderstorm has some potential to produce a tornado, so we just want people to kind of be on guard, pay attention. No need to change any plans dramatically, but just know that we're going to see more severe weather today.
You made the comment yesterday that for the first time in a while, we may be in a situation where we see this kind of threat, possible threat, day after day for a few days. Kind of take us forward, if you would, the rest of this week. Yeah,
unfortunately, we're going to be seeing the severe weather risk and the tornado potential going up every day this week. So there's some low tornado potential today, but that tornado potential goes up pretty significantly on Friday for most of the area, including central Oklahoma. And then on Saturday, it goes up even more than that. We're seeing some ingredients coming together both Friday, but especially on Saturday, that really have us concerned about the possibility of significant severe weather, maybe some much more substantial tornadoes than we saw on Wednesday. It's not a guarantee at this point. It's not, it's not set in stone by any means. But we are making preparations here and urging people to just pay attention and know that Friday and Saturday could be big-time severe weather days here in Oklahoma.
We'll just take this opportunity one more time to go over a point that you've made with me several times about how people need to continue to monitor weather rather than look at it now and then an hour later. Is that very important in the situation we're in?
Yeah, it really is. Even as we go from Thursday into Friday and into Saturday, the forecasts and the outlooks that you see this afternoon and evening on the TV news or the website or social media or whatever, those are going to change by later tonight. They'll change again by Friday. And forecasts are not just updated at set times anymore. We're updating those constantly. So as we get new information in, we want to turn around and share that new information with everybody as quick as we can. So if Thursday, it's especially Friday and Saturday, I would not go an hour without checking the weather to see what's going on, to see if there's storms developing and what exactly is happening, because these severe weather situations evolve rapidly, change quickly, and the only way, or your first defense to be safe and a first defense against the storms, is to have that information, take advantage of it, use it to keep yourself informed and keep yourself safe.
All right. Thank you again so much for joining us.
Thanks, Brian.
Please continue to monitor newsok.com for your updates.